pressure coming. Dalton's pass is batted down at the line.
It's just good pressure. You get a couple of TE stunts. That's the tackle going outside, the ends looping inside.
Colts lead by 6, but the Bengals in great field position. And Nixon has the carry on 1st and 10. Jabaal Sheard makes the tackle.
Sharp has been a Pro Bowler for them at right guard the last 2 years. Play action from Smith, and he is buried. Never had a chance. Jabaal Sheard able to lead the charge for the Colts. It's a loss of 7.
The Colts up front do not have a lot of flashy players that really come off the edge, but Jabaal Sheard has been pretty solid in his career. Coming into this game, 41.5 sacks. They love to work that weak side against zone.
Smith over the middle, it's batted down. And it's Jabaal Sheard, who has been so good deflecting passes in his career. His 23rd since 2011, one of only 12 to get to that number. Trying desperately to build some chemistry with new wide receivers. Peterson going backwards. It's Jabaal Sheard getting him as Peterson trying to leapfrog over those outstretched arms. It's a loss of 3.
I mean, again, how many times are we going to call his name in this game? Number 93, defensive tackle, Jabaal Sheard. He plays on the backside of the block and then gets the penetration up inside and makes a play in the backfield.
They'll go Peterson again, and he is stuffed.
After the penalty, good defense from the Colts on Corey Clement. On 3rd and 4, batted away, and it'll be 4th down. Jabaal Sheard, who has a sack in this game, got his arms up.
It's a nice job because they have Jordan Matthews open for the 1st down. He's slow off the ball, but watch Jabaal Sheard right there. Drives his man back, Lane Johnson back. Knows he's not going to get to Carson Wentz, but gets his hands up in the throwing lane.
It's QT in motion. Little misdirectional handoff here to Miller, and he is stood up right at the 50.
Well, right away, Jabaal Sheard is the guy that everybody pointed out against what I think is a pretty underrated defensive line. He's really kind of been the heart and soul of this defense.
Just inside the range of Fairbairn, it would be about a 53-yarder from here. They are going backwards. Devastating play for Houston. Sack number 4 for the Colts. It's Jabaal Sheard.
Immense pressure. Kimoko Toure on one side, Jabaal Sheard on the other side, and they just meet right at the quarterback. Watson has no chance.
On 2nd and 5, the give is to Crowell. Jabaal Sheard once again. And Darnold going down courtesy of Jabaal Sheard. The ball is ruled down.
Jabaal Sheard didn't bite on anything.
Yeah, Herndon didn't have much of a chance. He was the one that was supposed to chip on Jabaal Sheard, and Sheard just came up the field. It was attack. You know, we've talked about this style of defense and what it is. The defensive linemen just get up the field, try and be disruptive, and Sheard with the big sack.
It's a big part of the Colts pass rush.
On 2nd and 5, Ivory.
How about Jabaal Sheard? He is hands down the best lineman up front for the Indianapolis Colts. Basically fights off 2 blockers. He swims the right tackle and then beats the tight end to the inside to find himself in the backfield. They came into this game identifying number 93 as somebody that they had to account for.
Anderson, the journeyman quarterback, running. Won't take any chances. Jabaal Sheard able to run him out of bounds. High snap from Shatley. That is something that bears watching the rest of the game. Haven't had too many snaps between them. Jalen Westbrook, or Bortles rather, as Westbrook on the end around is tackled. Nice play by Jabaal Sheard, who's had a terrific season for the Colts. It's a loss of a yard.
I gotta tell you, this is pretty good for a guy that's 6'3", 260 pounds. Jabaal Sheard is trying to go down to contain the run, but great change of direction and flattens down the line of scrimmage to get to Bortles before he can pick up any yardage. Great play on the edge by Jabaal Sheard. Fine, in my opinion.
7 play the drive. Here's Fournette, 23rd rush of the afternoon. Well played by Jabaal Sheard in that Colts front. Bortles under duress. Appeared to be some contact right on the release. It was Jabaal Sheard, who has been so good for Indy this season.
Really starting to have a game here in the second half. 4 sacks coming into this game, and there's no way that Sheard should be able to get in the backfield that fast.
Mariota, pressure coming, and there's the sack. Jabaal Sheard, one of the first, along with Kenny Moore. And at long last, this Colts defense with a sack.
You talk about pressure, you're bringing a lot of people. You've got some free runners, guys at the quarterback as soon as he puts his foot back to commit on his drop. And you get that pressure on a quarterback, that's going to shake him up for the rest of the day. And it also...
Here comes Teray, pressure gets there, and it was actually Sheard who got there first. Teray coming off the outside, pocket collapsed, and Sheard pounces for the sack.
It is a drill for the Colts, and by that I mean this is a pass rush drill.
This is a Colts defense that had 4 sacks in their last 5 games. They have 5 today against Tennessee.
Kessler, quick toss to Westbrook. That really never evolved. Jabaal Sheard was there to make the tackle. He read that. From the right guard position. And Hyde is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Jabaal Sheard. He wasn't the first one, but he was the last one there to clean him up and take him down.
And that hurts. You called out the change in formation. Omame moved to the right side, and they wanted to run behind him, but boy, the Colts sniffed that out and hit Hyde in the backfield for a 4-yard loss.
It is a 1st and 10. Lamar Miller all around his ankle. He has Jabaal Sheard. That means he's going to be stopped in his track. In fact, he loses 3 back to the Colts 31. 1st down and 10. Blue. Nice tackle right there in the middle. Sheard losing on the play 2.
With 4:32 to go in the half. Prescott, couple of fakes on the run, in trouble, and he just gets rid of it. Jabaal Sheard was in hot pursuit.
The Indianapolis quarterback in the end zone. Here is Barkley with a 1st down run. Jabaal Sheard throws him for a 1-yard loss.
We go 1st down now at the 19-yard line. And look out, and this time they get to him. They get to him for the sack here. Jabaal Sheard is able to put him down. So it's the first time they get to Mahomes in this game. And that'll be a sack of 9 yards to make it 2nd down and 19.
Again, because those defensive tackles are playing so tight, it means one-on-one for those tackles outside. This time Mitchell Schwartz, who's an all-pro, got beat inside. But Jabaal Sheard probably their best player on defense.